One is that human being is complicated and multidimensional. We not only have cognitive behavior, we not only have a body, the physical aspect, not only have intellectual aspect, not only have relational social aspect, but we also, more importantly, we have a spiritual aspect. Because in view of human limitations, in view of the fact that we are finite, we are vulnerable, especially for an old man like me, we can't survive without facing God.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Reflections on Living Well podcast, where we explore perspectives on the good life in the 21st century. I am your host, Broderick Rodell. I hope you enjoy this conversation. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Reflections on Living Well podcast. Today, our guest is Paul T.P. Wong. Paul is Professor Emeritus of Trent University and Trinity Western University. He is a fellow of various psychology associations, such as the APA, APS, and CPA, and a founding president of the International Network on Personal Meaning and the Meaning-Centered Counseling Institute. He is editor-in-chief of the International Journal of Existential Positive Psychology and consulting editor of the Journal of Humanistic Psychology. He has published 8 books and more than 300 articles and book chapters, with increasing impact according to Google Scholar. He is also shortlisted by academicinfluence.com as one of the most noteworthy and influential psychologists, with a world ranking of number 155. He has been invited to give keynotes, webinars, workshops, and lectures on all 7 continents. Hi, Paul. How are you doing?
Not bad, an old man.
Well, I am so excited to have this conversation with an old man who is not doing bad. So I think that there's a lot of wisdom to be gleaned from someone who's lived a long life, and particularly someone who's explored the realms of the human mind for so many years. I know I just gave that brief introduction. I like guests to describe themselves or introduce themselves.
Okay. If I describe my life, it'll take a long time. So
Oh, it's okay.
I'll make it short. Okay. I have been doing research on well-being for 60 years.
Mm,
A long time, for 60 years. Okay.
yeah.
And I was always a lone voice in the wilderness because my view was shaped by my culture and my upbringing. I was born as a war baby and growing up under Japanese occupation. So I've lived through seeing all the atrocities of war. And most of my life, I'm an outsider.
Mm,
I'm an outsider. I, I, I moved from China to Hong Kong as a refugee, so I'm an outsider. Then when I came to Canada to study, I'm again an outsider. So in a way, it's a privilege to have an outsider's view. That's why my theory and my view on well-being and positive psychology were not accepted by the mainstream psychology. But thankfully, they were accepted by the grassroots people. And they like my view, and So I still consider myself a lone voice in the wilderness, and I welcome this opportunity to share my view to a different audience.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to hear your view because 60 years of research and studying in well-being is right up my alley here. And what we're trying to do here at this podcast is trying to explore ideas and perspectives on the good
So I
life.
invested before you were born.
I know, right? I've been doing this long. Exactly before I was born. I'm 49, and so that's 11 years more
you,
than
you,
I've.
you're just a baby.
Right? It's just a baby. I know. Yeah, you were thinking about these things before I was even thought of. So you just gave that short introduction to yourself, and been a lone wolf in the exploration of these ideas because of your past. And I hope that we unpack this a little bit more as we go. So, what is your view on what it means to live well or to live a good life?
So my Western friends, my American friends, they tend to talk about well-being in abstract terms, as if it is an academic game or intellectual exercise. For me, come from a different background, I always think it more helpful to study well-being from the perspective of the real human condition living in a real world now, not something abstract. It's a, most specifically, I think that we are all broken people living in a broken world. Everybody is broken in some places. That's how the light can come through, as the Leonard Cohen says, okay? Because we have broken places, we can see the light. And also, everyone is fighting a battle. Life is not easy for most people. I don't know about armchair psychologists. I think most real people has battle. They not only have to fight with their struggle with their inner demons and relational difficulty, but they also have to cope with everyday stress, systematic determination, natural disaster. That's why, to me, the key to the well-being is optimal balance between opposites, rather than maximum happiness, maximum strength. But that is in abstract. But in real life, for minority like you and me, all we can aim at is optimal well-being, optimal balance between majority view and minority view, and between our desire to grow and actualize and external restraints and limitations. So life is a balancing act. If we do not realize this point, we will be disappointed and we will be stressed out. Yeah. So anything else you want to add? I can go on. I can go on for an hour.
I'm okay with that, and I think we're going to continue to unpack that.
Okay. So continue my line of thinking. Okay? If we do not talk about well-being happening in abstract, then we have to consider at least three factors. Okay. One is that Human being is complicated and multidimensional. We not only have cognitive behavior, we not only have a body, the physical aspect, not only have intellectual aspect, not only have relational social aspect, but we also, more importantly, we have a spiritual aspect. Because in view of human limitations, in view of the fact that we are finite, we are vulnerable, especially for old men like me, we can't survive without facing God. So the spiritual dimension is very important. So when we talk about well-being, we have to take a holistic approach. There's unity in the midst of different dimensions. Secondly, context is important. Well-being or positive happiness in times of peace and prosperity is very different from times of war, scarcity, desperation. Think about Gaza Strip, think about Ukraine, think about Haiti or any other part of the world. When people are struggling desperately for safety, to stay alive, well-being is a very different thing. And thirdly, instead of talking about well-being in abstract, we have to consider people's age. For, for example, what a fun time, what a good time for you, maybe a bad time for me. And also what a good time for young people, but 20 years old may not be your cup of tea. So you have to talk about from whose perspective. So you make the truth of well-being had to find balance and find integration from different perspectives of different age groups, different cultures. And more specifically, to live well means to cope well. Because life is full of suffering and difficulty, if you can cope, you don't go very far. You hear a cry baby, oh, too hard, too difficult, then don't go very far.
Mm.
Okay? You don't only have to cope well, but you have to relate well. Not just your friends and buddies, but you need to review to people who are from different culture. You learn how to love your strangers, how to love your neighbor. Your neighbor might be an Asian old man like me. Your neighbor may be gay and lesbian. Your neighbor might be so weird. You have to know how to relate to people you don't like. Yeah? Not only cope well, live well, or relate well, but you have to live well. What does it mean to live well? Live well means that within the constraint, within the difficulties, you're able to make the best use of your time and make, make, make the best use of opportunities. So you don't waste time, you don't miss the opportunities, but sometimes opportunity only knock once. So make the maximum use of your time. And thirdly, you want to live your life meaningfully, not every day, but every moment. Now, hear them saying, people say, oh, I'm bored with life. Oh, life is so boring. Life is so hard. You know, keep on looking at the life as boring, as difficult. But if you look deeper, that hidden beauty, that hidden treasure everywhere. But you have to open your eyes, open your spiritual eyes. If you are able to search deeper, that's why I say a good life is a deep life. But people like to have a quick and easy life. That's superficial, that's surface. Our surface is boring. But you look deeper, there's no end to it. There's so much treasure, so much beauty, so much hidden treasure deep down. Not only so deeper, but so higher. Einstein recognized that. The universe is full of mysteries. Life is full of mysteries. There's a wonder, there is a beauty, there is something that blew your mind, that beyond your imagination, beyond your finite mind, your reason cannot ever grasp the mystery of the universe. So we just have to look at the world with open-minded, with a sense of humility. So not going deeper, but higher. That's cool. And you also learn how to die well. Most people don't want to think about dying, but death is our best teacher.
Mm.
That teaches us that life is finite, life is short, and life is fragile. For me, this is real, not a theory. For example, for me, every step might be my last step because just a few minutes ago, I coming home, tripped on the door. I, I, I fall head on. I could have died.
Mm.
I lie and a pool of blood from my head. So now, for every step, I learn how to pray for God's help to maintain my balance, to make sure I don't lose my balance, make sure I don't get tripped. So for old people, losing balance, falling, is a real threat. So it's not my theory. So I have to learn how to live and do things, but keep in mind how to how to live safely, how to do things safely and not getting hurt, not getting killed, or not falling down. So I learn how to remember of this. The idea of life is short. The idea that life is short can save many lives.
Mm.
And I think the Yalom statement is not mine. Right? Many of my ideas have been said already by other people, but most people just don't want to listen. They want to live, have fun. They want to live the superficial life. They say life is sweet, but life is bittersweet.
Mm.
Life is they want the easy life. I want the easy life. Easy life is superficial. Of course, get bored. You live a superficial life. So I'm quite happy for myself, uh, thinking about life, reading about life, and reflecting about life, and how to make sense of absurdity, make sense of the craziness of the time we live in. The life is meaningful not because the natural world is ordinary most of the time, but human life is chaotic, unpredictable. So
Mm.
we need to have this negative capacity, the capacity for complexity, the capacity for uncertainty, the capacity for enduring discomfort. I mean, I the moment I woke up, I have neck pain, back pain. So pain is my constant companion. I can't escape on it. There's no escape. You were talking to I have a bandage. I have call
Mm.
that to temporarily relieve my pain.
Mm.
But pain is my constant companion. So my limitation, my vulnerability, my fragility, I can die anytime, also make me teach me to be wise. I watch every step. I learn how to swallow. I
Mm.
learn how to drink. So got shook to death. I learn how to drink, how to walk, how to get out of bed. I relearn everything. So I can live a meaningful life, not 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 being able to maximize everything, but try to do my best under the restraint, under the constraint of my reality that I'm an old man, can die anytime. So whatever I do, whatever I plan, is always balanced by the reality that I can die right now. I can die. I can have a stroke anytime. So that's reality. So that's why when my friends talk about well-being in abstract, I say, oh, that's a waste of time. You not be too helpful to people who are struggling and who are trying to figure out what's the next meal and how to be accepted by the society, how to fit in. So they don't understand because they're privileged people. The rest don't understand. They struggle. They're in Ivy League, elite university, sit in an armchair, talk about well-being as a game.
Mhm.
Okay, enough. And next question.
No, this is great. I think you said so much there and so eloquently. I'm gonna try to summarize a little bit of that, and I'm probably gonna do a poor job of it because there was so much there. I hope we can unpack a little bit more. I think one thing that stood out for me is that well-being, when we think about these ideas pertaining to well-being and living well, it should be practical. What does it
Yeah,
mean in the real world, in people's real lives and their real experiences? And it's contextual.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
think that's the beautiful part, is that it's contextual.
yeah,
What well-being looks like for me, or a good looks like for me, is going to be different for you. It's going to be different for someone that's, as you said, 20 years old, and it's going to be different depending on the context, their history and environment. And so there's no one way. It's just it is not maximizing, as
yeah,
you
yeah,
say, it's optimizing. How do I optimize my experience, my capacity to live well under the conditions that I find myself in?
yeah,
And also taking a look at that life is short. Let that idea that life is short be a companion, to let death be a teacher, a guide, to encourage us to the possibility of death, to encourage us to be alert, aware, mindful, attentive. And I love how you said that you're continuing to learn. You have to learn something different, new, under the new circumstances, new conditions.
yeah,
It's beautiful.
yeah. So that's why I say, so my understanding of the mindset is very different from the American way. They're thinking of mindset is where intelligence is fixed or can increase intelligence. I'm not talking about intelligence. I know growth means growing as a person
Mm-hmm.
from from a perspective of lifespan development. In every age, there's a challenge to grow to learn more. For
Mm-hmm.
example, for the baby boomer and beyond. I'm older than baby boomer. I'm 87, going on 88. I'm almost 90. So for me, I'm still growing because I still want to understand life at a deeper level,
Mm-hmm.
appreciate life at a deeper level. I also learned to transcend, how to learn to transcend time and space, getting closer to God,
Mm-hmm.
to understand the mystery of Christ, the mystery of creation, the mystery of Emmanuel God, God with us, the infinite God, uh, how can the infinite God care for a little guy like me? That blew my mind. So just meditate on the mystery of life, the miracle of life that we can think, we can create. So that already fascinated me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still learning the mystery of life. There's no limit. I'm still growing spiritually, even though intellectually my mind is not as sharp as mine of your age. Of your age, my mind is a lot sharper than I am now. Okay, in my prime, I can think very fast. I can memorize everything. But now I come up with forgetting things, forgetting names. So what's your name? so in every age we can grow, and also we can have joy and the vitality, limited vitality. If we have passion for living, passion for life. A life without passion is mere existence. It's not life.
Mm-hmm.
It goes through emotion. Of course, life is boring if you don't have a passion.
Mm-hmm.
A real passion, you're feeling for things. What you do, you do it with all your heart, all your mind. And when you hate something, you hate evil, you hate injustice, you also hate it with all your mind, all your heart. That's the feeling. That you're feeling, you feel alive. You feel pain, you feel alive. And you still have a desire to try to create a better world. At least contribute something to make this world better.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you have this motivation, this drive. You want to leave this world a better place for my children, my grandchildren. So I don't care if people recognize me, reward me, or praise me, or curse me. I just want to do the best I can do under God's guidance to contribute something to humanity. So that's very liberating when you're not talking about yourself. It's about how I can offer my best gift, no matter how little, maybe a widow's penny, to offer my best gift to the world. So giving is liberating. So to be giver, you're like more blessed than, than to be a taker. And you're more blessed if you're mourning with the people who mourn. So I have so much blessing of being pure in heart. The thing about beatitude. Blessed are the pure in heart, because they see God.
Mm-hmm.
Blessed are the poor in spirit, because they inherit the kingdom. Blessed are the people who mourn, because they'll be comforted. Blessed are those who are persecuted for doing the right thing. So these are all the blessings. This is what they call mature happiness, or uh, noetic happiness, spiritual happiness. Spiritual happiness are all. Chironic happiness, what we kind of Greek word, gift of God. Okay? So I'm all but I still enjoy chironic happiness. Paul said, Apostle Paul said, rejoice. Again, I say rejoice. Well, rejoice is charisma based on the gift. Okay? He was able to say rejoice when was a prisoner. When himself a prisoner, being chained and shackled. So you can rejoice in suffering by faith, hope, and love. His love for the people to want to share the gospel. He believed God with him. His hope for delivery, hope to go home, to go back to heavenly home. Faith, hope, faith, and love enable us to have spiritual blessings. So that's why God is a big part of my life. I spend at least an hour in the morning to get recharged, to ask for wisdom, for energy, to meet the challenge of the day. Yeah. So that's why at any age you can live a meaningful life. You will keep on growing, keep on finding ways, keep on trying to find ways to transcend your time and space, transcend your egotistic concerns, transcend your pride, transcend your limitation, transcend your pain, transcend your difficulties. So a good life is a self-transcendent life, not self aggrandizement or self-enhancement.
Mm-hmm.
We move from self-enhancement, taking it in. That might be good for the first half of life,
Mm-hmm.
but for the second half of life, we need to reorient towards self-transcendence.
Mm-hmm.
Maslow talked about that. Carl Jung talked about that. When we think about how can my life be of some objective value to humanity, so I don't occupy the land in vain, producing fruit. Yeah. If I occupy if I occupy this land without producing any fruit, I should be chopped. The tree doesn't yield any fruit, should be chopped down and firewood. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, with a spiritual worldview, I can go through any difficulty because I know that God is my refuge and God is my fortress and a very present help in time of difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
But no oppression.
Yeah.
Another question.
No, that was just so I'm just loving what you're saying and those ideas about having a deeper look at life, looking beneath the surface of the various sufferings, the various challenges that we have. There's something deeper. There's something richer. There's a mystery to life, and you're saying that to explore that, to
It's a,
dig into that in
yeah,
every moment of our life.
yeah. So I explain to you why my view can never be as popular as an American political psychology because they are teaching people the quick and easy way of being happy, be successful. Everybody wants to get rich fast.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wants to be be celebrity overnight through manipulating the computer, post something on TikTok. Everybody think about overnight celebrity, but, but Aristotle is smart. Aristotle said that the fruit for education, the fruit is sweet,
Mm-hmm.
but the root is bitter. Aristotle recognized that, but he's a very smart man. had to be really to excel in anything, to be a master to have to, of anything, to be very skillful in whatever. That's enjoyment. But it takes sacrifice,
Mm-hmm.
struggle, long process of failure, and
Mm-hmm.
to become wiser and how to do things right. So success, real skill, is bitter. It
Mm-hmm.
takes struggle. The best players in NBA, they don't become the best basketball player overnight. Hours of practice and sweating.
Mm-hmm.
So nothing worthwhile comes easy. Nothing
Mm-hmm.
worthwhile comes fast. It
Mm-hmm.
requires patience, requires discipline, requires dedication, commitment. So many young people need to know that. You want to live a happy life, build up your house, exercise every day, study, build your mind, study hard, dream big, aim high, and work hard. That's how you become successful. Not how to manipulate social media or AI to go viral. Go viral, get instant fame. That that's illusion.
Mm-hmm.
It will end up empty.
Yeah. Superficial, like you said.
Yeah. Real skill, nobody can take away from you. You're a good pianist, you always can play piano. Real skill is part of you. Real wisdom is part of you. Some people cannot take away. So anything real take time.
Mm-hmm.
Practice. So the deep dive out, that's why my message is not welcomed by mainstream psychology or mainstream part of psychology because I say deep life is bittersweet. Deep life, good life is deep life.
Mm-hmm.
Deep life takes time, takes suffering, takes learning from all experiences, good and bad, absorbing all experiences. A good life is deep life because we really have to dig deeper and deeper. So I'm very thankful for all rejection I've received from mainstream technology. They say I'm unscientific to talk about God. I'm unscientific to say life is suffering. I'm grateful for that. You know why? Because they forced me to dig deeper and deeper, see how I can find ways to tell people the brutal truth. That life is hard, life is difficult, but that's how we become stronger, better, happier.
Mm-hmm.
So they forced me to think about new ways of communicating inconvenient truth, the brutal truth that we need to be awakened to the fact that we are broken people, need redemption, need regeneration, need rebirth, need transformation. How do we awaken people to the fact that they need to cooperate with God? So my story, in short, is the cooperation between divine grace and human divine spirit and courageousness. It's collaboration between God and man in order to do the impossible.
Mm-hmm.
So many of the things I do are impossible. As a foreigner, as an immigrant, with discrimination, poverty, sickness, I continue to produce. I continue to do the possible things.
Mm-hmm.
I establish department, I establish a profit, I continue to publish, in spite of the rejections. I'm unstoppable. Nobody can stop me.
Yes, I
I'm
love it.
unstoppable not because I'm, I'm not Superman. I'm just a free old man. I'm unstoppable because I work with God. I'm God's workman. I'm trying to fulfill God's purpose. God is fulfilling His purpose in my life. So I'm working with God, and God's my boss and my partner. So if I fear God, I fear no man. I'm fearless. I'm not afraid of any big guy. I take a when I fight, I take on any big guy. I'm a David with 5 stones. I can fight any Goliath.
Beautiful. Yeah.
I got 5 stones of courage, faith, and conviction that I'm doing what God wants me to do, and wisdom, and do the rest. I also my skill practicing every day. I can't win a battle without skill. I have to sharpen the knife, right? I
Mm-hmm.
have to learn how to throw a punch, right? With three-inch punch, like Bruce Lee. A three-inch punch can knock you down. A three-inch punch. That's his specialty. That's his fatal move. So I had to practice my fatal move to knock down the Goliath.
Mm-hmm.
So I come prepared with my skill, my courage, my faith, and my wisdom from God and my guidance. So I'm not afraid of any Goliath in my life. I'll take down any of them,
Mm-hmm.
or all of them.
Right? Yeah.
God teach me how to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So beautiful, Paul. I mean, you're saying so much here, and I love it. And your some of the things that I'm picked up is one thing I want to um, say about what you just said is how important it is for us to have a connection with the divine, to be in service to the divine, and cultivate and develop ourselves in order to be of service to all. And being of service to all, we are being of service to the divine. We are a vehicle for the divine to express the divine in the world. And that requires cultivation. That's not about fame. That's not about doing these things. That's about being an example of the good, the beautiful, love, all those various positive qualities. And that requires work. We have to work on it. We have to cultivate and develop ourselves
Yeah,
and have that connection.
yeah. But here's something about people. I don't know how to explain it. Okay? When the Western people talk about cultivation, they talk about cultivate character strength, cultivate a skill. But according to Oriental thinking, where I'm from, according to Chinese, traditional Chinese thinking, cultivate yourself means cultivate your true nature.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that's a bit different now. See, kind of my skill, I'm unique. I'm a person. Cultivate true nature is that you're just part of humanity. You're part of the cosmos. You're
Mm-hmm.
part of the universe. So cultivate yourself means cultivate what is common in all people. Cultivate the universal, essential universal, the universal among all people, all culture, not just your own, but signature character strength or my personal success, personal happiness. It's not about you. It's about you as part of humanity,
Yeah.
part of ecology, part of the cosmos. So that's one thing. Second thing, the true self is that cultivate a deeper understanding that you are a just body, you are a soul, your soul, there's the dark side, there's the bad side, like yin yang, right?
Mm-hmm.
The soul can Carl Jung might not know that very well. We all have evil twin. We try to pretend we don't know him, right? But to know your true self is to become whole,
Yes.
become whole. To know your dark side, know your bad side, know how to get along with your evil twin, and learn something from him. He's wiser than you realize. The evil twin can teach a lot of things, or recognize you take a criminal mind to understand another criminal. Your
Mm-hmm.
evil twin tell you, watch out, this guy, don't trust him. He's a con artist. He's a scammer.
Mm-hmm.
Evil twin can teach you how to be wise in the world, to be wise as a snake. But the bright side teaches you how to be kind and tough. And the Bible tells us as wise as a snake, as a kind of tough, right? The Bible
Mm-hmm.
teaches both. The Chinese also say the same thing. Got to know your true self, with your both the yin part, the dark side, and the bright side. You become whole. You
Mm-hmm.
become well. Only when you become whole. So there is unity in you, in spite of by the many part of you. To become whole, to be the Carl Jung talk about the individuation process. Individuation process means that able to through dialectical thinking, you're able to unite all the opposites, all different perspectives, all the opposites within you into unity. So yin yang is a perfect picture of well-being. Black and white unite. Within black there's white. Within white there's black. So you cannot just only white. The more white, the better. That's stupid thinking. Sorry, my American friend. I call them stupid. Not maximize, no, they want to maximize the white. That's stupid, really, from the Eastern tradition, and also from the ancient culture. Aristotle and all the wise men in Persia and in India, they all
Mm-hmm.
realize that stupid. Try to explain, try to wise the bright side only. That's really stupid idea.
Mm-hmm.
They life out of balance. So come back, the key to well-being is balance between black and white.
Mm-hmm.
And also one situation, sometimes more black is better than sometimes more white is better, depend on the context, right?
Yep.
If you go to a funeral, if you are mourning, try to comforting someone lost a loved one, black people who mourn. So in that time, have more backside better because the content call for it. The content call for more sorrow, sweet sorrow, sweet melancholy. That sweetness in sorrow, my sweet sorrow, my cheerful tears, and the bright star, dark night. That's the backside. Life is so rich because of the backside. The piano is just a white key. You can't make music. Doing painting, just bright color, there's no contrast. You can produce good painting. Everything in your life requires proportional balance between black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thumbs up.
Yeah, I just love it. Harmony,
Yeah,
balance,
yeah. That's the
being
key.
able.
That's the key. That's the key to world peace, individual
Mm-hmm.
peace, and well-being. Not
Yes,
me. I want to be stronger. I'm the happiest man. That's silly. Who's the happiest man?
I know.
I'm the richest man. That's silly. You're the bad. You take nothing with you. I'm the strongest country. That's silly. Simple top of you. History proves that civilizations expand and then decay from within.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Empire, Persian Empire, British Empire, Chinese Empire, they all eventually collapsed,
Mm-hmm.
bottom from within. But when they expand, when they lost the balance, they're finished.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm running out of gas.
Well, this has been. I mean, you've shared so much, and I think that it speaks for itself. I'm Yeah. There's so much wisdom and so much of what you said. I'm just very reflective. So we're coming to a close anyway. So, are there any final thoughts that you'd like to leave for the audience?
My final thought is that trying to be open-minded and try to learn to listen to people, see, listen to people deeply, intentionally, so that you can learn to connect with people rather than quick and superficial way. Because we cannot have good life if we don't know how to relate to people in a deeper way.
Hmm.
There's too much superficial people. That superficiality is it's a disease of our culture.
Yeah.
In consumer society, everything is superficial, just on the surface. So let's try to go beyond the surface, develop deep relationship, deep love for work, deep love for people, deep love for yourself, deep love for God. If you learn the deep and slow way, we'll be able to acquire the wisdom to balance.
Amazing. Paul, this has been just excellent. The wisdom that you've shared, I think the audience, I know I've learned so much, or just been so inspired about what you've said, and you cover a lot of territory in a very short period of time. A lot of territory, and I encourage you may have to listen to this one more than one time because there's a lot of territory there. There's a lot of information there to reflect on, and I'm very grateful that you took the time to come on the show and share your wisdom. And looking forward to more conversations with you offline. All right,
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity to share my idea.
Thank you so much for tuning into the show. I hope this conversation has inspired you to reflect on your own views of the good life. If you enjoyed the show and want to hear more inspiring and thought provoking conversations, please follow, write a review, and rate us on your favorite podcast app. If you are tuning in on YouTube, please hit that like button and subscribe. Your support is very much appreciated.